I think that he's really choosing not to speak. So today I want to clarify this aspect. So stay tuned because that's exactly what we are going to be exploring today in this video. So as you know, selective mutism, it is an anxiety disorder. It might look like that your child is choosing not to speak. But in actual fact, we want to make sure that we understand that your child is failing to speak in specific situations. It looks like that they are keeping the words inside, but actually something that I love explaining both to adults and to children, it's about depersonalization, and it's very much that the words are stuck. And we know that your child that is struggling to do so in nursery or school, it will interfere with their learning. Does your child look anxious? Does your child have difficulties in maintaining eye contact? The situations that parents find difficult, you know that your child can do it, but put in a very specific situation, being asked a question which is really simple, and you know that your child can answer, it's a total silence. And you think, or parents think, why is that happening if you could do it? If it is only one word. Is there such a thing? Have you watched my video in the scale of confident speaking? And it's really important that we understand what is level 0, which is frozen, to level 8, which is using sentences. But it's not that easy just to say, thank you, please. It's not that easy just to say one word. And I know that it might look like that your child is choosing, but your child is stuck. You've got to have that in your head and thinking, my child is actually stuck. What do? Do you rescue your child by speaking? Do you rephrase? Or something else? Comment below. The first thing is for you to realize my child is not actually looking anxious, but my child is anxious and my child is actually stuck. The main goal is to make sure that your child, A, uses his or her voice to you, but also you need to acknowledge for them at that moment in time, it is hard. So in previous videos, I have chatted about the let's do it together or rephrasing. We need to reinforce communication attempts positively. So although your child is holding on to words, remember that communication is more than words. And when we look at communication strategies, we want to enhance your child's communication by starting off with nonverbal communication to then communication attempts using a soft voice or gesturing and then making a choice. And all of that is done when the children are supported by a therapist through structured activities. What I suggest to parents is to use your everyday life to do little steps, to make little steps, do the exposure. So here are a few examples. Sing or comment on your way to school. Keep chatting to your child whilst in the shop. And you want to comment what the child is doing rather than bombard your child with questions. Because that is doing exactly what I said at the beginning. You were able to do that at home. Why can you not do that outside? Surely it's just one word. So get down from there and think that what you want to do is comment. Oh, I'm seeing some birds. Can you see some birds? And your child is maybe nodding because you're near the school and his voice is disappearing. Does your child voice change in terms of loudness and communication when you're outside? If you've got this, you are keeping the communication going without your expectation. So the message though is I would like you really to understand that's not a choice, it's a total phobia. And the second step is that you want to help your child develop confidence. And the confidence can only be done by creating situations in which your child feels strong in doing things. It's not just about speaking. And then we're going to change that situation in a gradual and system ways, introducing speech or sound. So that could be singing or counting, but that has to happen only when your child is starting to feel comfortable. A lot of other people say, oh, do I need a diagnosis? No, you don't. Diagnosis alone is not the solution. It certainly helps people understand, but the help is important to be provided so that everybody understands that selective mutism is not a choice. Selective mutism is more than the fear of talking. So we want to look at specific areas that they're difficult. So if your child cannot go or cannot ride a bike, would you say my child is refusing to go on a bike? It's really important that we enable the structuring and the ability to do stuff across the board. Although your child can do it sometimes and not all the time, that means that your child is starting to make progress. Don't think he can speak to me in the supermarket, but he cannot speak to me in a restaurant. It means that you want to start overgeneralizing and doing more of that and understanding what works in a supermarket rather than a restaurant or vice versa. So when you're commenting below, let me know where you're from and how old is your child. And if you've got any requests, because those are requests, and I actually take this idea from people that are in my course, and you will find more details in my website www.stepstobravetalking.com, but also on the masterclasses. But yeah, and a lot of people just ask me, Anna, can you make those videos? Remember to subscribe, comment, share, and every day is a new day. But remember, you make your own sunshine. Take care.